coping mechanisms. It's how we survive in the moment. But sometimes they could lead to our demise, attaching themselves to bad habits or self-destructive behavior. Sometimes I like to think about the imaginary friend. For most, it's a harmless coping mechanism. But then I think about its more problematic cousin, the persona, a mode that we switch into. We allow it to take the reins, steer for a little bit while we recede into our deep mind and relax for a bit. But what happens when the lines start to blur? At any moment you have to ask the question, am I me or am I...
Flaw, Peacock.
Detective, we need to talk. The trash can. This trash can is empty. Wait a minute. But how is it empty if something is already in there? The palette is called Manful Soul. Not sure what this means. I've still mulled over the possibilities. Perhaps this is commentary on some sort of dysphoria that Will is... You don't know what that's a reference to? You don't know what that's a reference to? I'm kind of doing a thing here. What's with the Scottish accent? It's a reference to manly badass hero. When he looks in an empty trash can, he says, empty, just like my soul. You don't know what that's a reference to? Usually you wait until after I upload the video to point out the things that go over my head, but I thought you had the nose of a Rottweiler. Why are you pronouncing Rottweiler like that? You don't know what that's a reference to? You don't know what that's a reference to? Detective, what the hell is going on? It's a reference to Limmy's show, where that pub-crawling boomer interrupts sketches with his non-sequitur takes. You don't know what that's a reference to? Stay tuned, folks. This will get interesting. Oh, jeez. Okay, now we've reached peak floppycock. Where was I? Oh, yes. Probably a better way I could have worded that. Detective. Flaw Peacock. Nice to meet you. I'm Detective Viewer. Please, have a seat. Viewer, is that Icelandic? Russian. I need your help in answering a single question. Who's Lila? Okay, first of all, get that question out of your head. We're going to learn the answers to that question very naturally. We should be priming our minds for the real questions, like what happened to Tanya? Why did what happened to Tanya happen? Where's William? Who's controlling our character? Are we, the player, a character in this story? Who is the prince? Who is the stranger? The empress? The emperor? To all these questions there is a simple answer, but attached to each answer is a fungal outcropping of what-ifs and maybes. But first, I'm going to need to get myself a peanut butter shaker. Yeah, I've never heard of a diner with patio seating. And the dossier tells me that you don't even like milkshakes, so why are we even here? Oh, you'll see, just wait. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Shakers. Can I get you something to start with a drink? Maybe one of our world-class milkshakers? I'm gonna take the peanut butter mocha shaker, please. Great choice. And you, detective? Give me the rum shaker. We actually discontinued that shaker. Okay, fine. The thug shaker. Give me the thug shaker. I'll be right back with your drinks. What? Really? Is that why we're eating here? Okay, I go out on a limb to make you laugh. I throw some dumb things a little here and there. Normally you like that stuff. It's a dead meme. I ought to arrest you for that alone. Is it though? See? I'm laughing at your dumb hat. What are you even wearing? It's an Armenian taraz. Old carpet is taken and made into these lovely hats. To prove to you that it wasn't my hat that made you laugh, I'm gonna place it right over here on the floor, and I guarantee you're still gonna enjoy this evening. Don't put it on the floor, that's not necessary, come on. It's made from carpet, it's used to being on the floor. Let's take a pit stop to a flashback ending, the moon ending. Detective, I'm sorry I'm late. Thank you for ordering from me, by the way. The traffic. Floppy, what the hell are you wearing? Oh, this? This is my new worn art piece. I call it Tabula Rasa. Alrighty, I got a order of a chicken curry. It's a two-share, one pot. I'll get you guys some plates. Careful, this is scalding hot. And I'll be right back with your plates. Enjoy! I ordered us curry. I'm worried that it might stain your garb. You wouldn't want your tabula rasa to just become a tabula. Good call, aren't you thoughtful today? So, what's the question? So, do you think Lila is a tulpa? I think tulpas are a good launching point for how to explain Lila, but we shouldn't be too comfortable with that label. You seem to have an affinity based on some of the secrets you've kept. A puzzle solver, eh? Listen, I don't actually believe in the mystical applications of tulpas, but I do find them to be fascinating narrative devices. What do you think about our waiter, by the way? The waiter, I think he's trying too hard. I think his shtick comes off as insincere. Sincerity is hard to prove when it comes to temperaments, but if you notice, he's already on his smoke break. Huh. His demeanor seems so different. In order to cope with the day-to-day duties of running his tables, he's adopted this persona and allows it to sort of take the wheel. A more hustle-oriented, although gracious worker bee with all of the interpersonal skills that he probably doesn't use on his day-to-day basis, outside of his workplace. Do you think our waiter is a tulpa? No. But what's different about creating this alternate persona of yourself and allowing it to steer for you, and the whole Kumar and Ogwiji story? This arbitrary mystical assignment we've assigned to this concept of tulpas allows it to delude us and delude others into thinking that we're being possessed by some sort of sentient being, like there's something spooky afoot. When in reality, this person's just adopting a new persona. They could give it a new name, give it a different ethnicity, a different gender, even change the species, but that's only to insulate them from that persona. Okay. Yeah, so what's the difference? You take issue with tulpas being seen as separate sentient entities. You are sentient, you have a persona, so any new persona you create will naturally be sentient. But unlike this idea of a tulpa, it will still be me. It won't be something totally separate. The tulpa is a total transformation, almost a completely different software. This persona that I'm describing is patched over software or updated software. Whether or not you like it, your brain is the same brain. This waiter might change his persona drastically, but his persona is just simply a retooled, molded version of who he is, his previous persona. If you want to see it as him being temporarily possessed by a tulpa, then fine, but it's still him. It's not a different sentient being. I don't know, Floppy. I'm not sure if I disagree with you. I'm just not satisfied with this. We should get back onto the topic of who's Lila, but I'm glad we had this conversation. We should be keeping this in mind. And so now, let's move on to the forest endings, my favorite ones. Okay, Gandalf. What? We're gonna be going into the forest, might as well come prepared. Alright, let's get going. So, you said your name was Vyor. The origin was Russian? It's kind of a long story. So, I was a baby when my family moved to the United States from Russia. My birth name is Vzor, so in the English alphabet you'd spell it V-Z-O-R. But you go by Vyor with a Y, not Vzor with a Z. So that's the thing. The immigration office made a mistake. Instead of V-Z-O-R, Vzor, they misspelled my name to Vyor with a Y. Huh, that's too bad. Not really. In the end, they ultimately mean the same thing. You see, if I tell you the answer, it's gonna seem like a spoiler, but I assure you, it's a very broad and vague spoiler. Screw it. The answer of this Morse code is... It's kind of strange that they would give away something so important through something as simple as Morse code. It's not that simple, Detective. Lila, she's... It's almost like she's... this song. Floppy, you good? I've heard this song before. Before even playing this game, I've heard this song before. I once had this dream where I was in a park surrounded by my friends. And despite many of us meeting in our teen years and adulthood, we were all children in this dream. And we were playing a game of pick-up basketball of all things. I turned to one of my friends and asked him where we were. He turned to me and he said, "This is where we go." And this was the song that was playing in my dream.
Do you know where dreams come from?
Sheriff, what kind of fantastic trees have you got growing around here?
Acetylcholine neurons fire high-voltage impulses into the forebrain. These impulses become pictures. The pictures become dreams. But no one knows why we choose these particular pictures.
Big, majestic
Douglas firs.
Douglas firs.
We live inside a dream.
Floppy! Captain, he's gone. I lost him.
Detective Muir, I'm looking at the CCTV footage now. He was never there.
Connect together. What a beautiful meal. Muy exquisito. Did you know that in some parts of South America, exquisito doesn't mean exquisite, but means weird? Interesting. You are one person who goes by two different names, and exquisito is one word that goes by two different definitions. How'd you know about that? Never mind that. It's getting cold. Do you want to head out? Doesn't seem like you brought any layers. Oh, I have a scarf. I'll be fine. How about we order some coffee? ¿Quieres café? Surge gouzes? I'm feeling less Dale Cooper and more Log Lady. Tea! Ooh, yes, I could use a good tea right now, yes. Wonder what they've got on their tea menu.
Come on, babe, quit being such a cock tease.
Did you just hear what that guy just said? I did. I didn't know this restaurant served cock teas. In a public restaurant. What? I like a hot Earl Grey cock tea. What the hell is a cock tea? It's chicken broth mixed with tea. It helps you get through the cold weather with all the antioxidants. Why the hell is it called cock tea and not chicken tea? Probably for the same reason we call it chicken broth and not cock broth. We download classified.pdf and... shit. Seriously? This is Detective York. I need you to patch me through to Captain O'Jobs. I'll need the answer to your 3 security questions. What does the redacted do to the video? The astrologist to the star, the lover to their lover. A B3OP. What are French tips made out of? Cyrillic.
Detective, what the hell is the update with tracking down Flaw, Peacock?
Alphabet.
Patching you through now. Detective, what the hell is the update with tracking down Flaw, Peacock?
I wanted to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Well, spit it out!
I was laying in bed trying to sleep until I saw a face peering out of my closet. In hindsight, it should have scared the hell out of me, but for some reason the word hermit kept repeating in my head. Without words, he indicated that he knew I wanted to find Flaw Peacock. Then I heard him speak. What once stood tall now used to walk, a shroud adorned with a peacock. What was once beneath our feet now rests above our head. You seek a clean slate made of cotton thread. And then suddenly it was morning. I woke up from my dream, but it was as if I never fell asleep. I woke up wearing a green apron and with a food handler's card in my pocket.
I think you know what you need to do now, Detective.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. This must be the most vile trick of them all. Floppy. Viewer. Listen, I'm just gonna come out and ask it. Where is William?
You shouldn't be here.
I've been racking my head about this, and you're the only possible lead I have. Now you're asking the right questions, Detective.
Psych! I uploaded a test of this, and double psych. Well, it's actually kind of a reversal psych, but it's also, okay, good news, bad news, okay? Good news, I still have the song. It's really nice. I like it. I'm very proud of it. Bad news is I deleted the raw footage for the skits. Long story short, I don't have the music video that I initially intended to put in the Who's Lila video that I took out or edited out because of the copyright stuff. There was just a large video file of just all the various skits that I just sort of dragged and dropped, and I deleted that file. And so, sadly, we don't have the music video anymore. It's gone. But anyways, enjoy my Who's Lila Shadow Parody.
Shadow, take me down. Shadow, take me down with you for the last time. For the last time. For the last time. For the last time. You're past the veil. I'm standing on that shore, still thinking that I see his face. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can he see me? Can he see me? For the last time. For the last time. For the last time. For the last time. At night I'm riding on this bus, pretending that I'll leave this town. I'm watching all the glass shards break. And now you're just a gamer's meme. I took the numbers from the safe, and now he's nothing like he seems. Your shadow span like last time's reel.